Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I don't know what that's about. Anyway. Oh, let me turn this all the way down, too. Oh, forgot I have to search for myself. Hello, everybody. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Yay! Hi, Jocelyn. Hi, Latoya. I'm sorry that I sound very stuffy. I am. Shocker. I've been sick for the last few days. I've been sick for a while, but mostly just like a really annoying cough. And what was it? What was yesterday? Thursday? Wednesday, I started to feel a little bit worse. And the boys have all been sick. My oldest is kind of the one who started this whole everybody's gonna get sick trend. He was kind of like the first one that was sick. And then Parker, and then my middle son Cam. So like, and then of course I got it because if you're gonna bring it home, you might as well share it with all of the family, you know? So yesterday, like, my throat was really dry, starting to bother me, my neck hurts, and I think it's just from all the coughing, and I literally coughed all night on Wednesday night and got like 2 hours of sleep, like to the point where I got up because I know that I was keeping my husband awake and slept on the couch for a couple hours. Like, that was it. And then today it's like the same thing. Like, my throat is just scratchy and it's not great. So I've kind of just been fighting this. I haven't talked really all day on purpose to just like save my voice. So you guys are getting this version of my voice. We'll see how long it lasts. Anyway, so I did want to come live tonight to hang out, show you guys new prints that are live on my website. And then hopefully we'll do a little bit of crafting. I don't even really know yet what I want to do, but I do want to use the prints that I have. So we're going to do that. And I probably will at some point give you guys the drop down when we start to craft so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Hi, Janet. Hi, Liz. So I'll wait a couple minutes and we can just chit chat for a little bit. My nose would feel like runny now that I'm like live. I haven't been runny. Hasn't been runny like all day. It's been mostly my throat. I've got my, look, I'm prepared. I have my cough drops on deck. I've got my tea. I didn't bring my water down, but at some point I can summon a child to go get it for me. But tell me everything. Tell me about your week. Tell me about all the things. I want to hear about everybody's week while I need to add. So this is a Stanley that I'm working on. I need to do another coat, but I'm going to add the tape real quick while we're waiting. If we have time, I'll probably add epoxy to this. Another coat of epoxy, maybe. But I do want to add the tape around the rim so that I don't forget. And my little tabs. So I'm very, very, very excited about finishing this cup. I have another one that I've already started. And I have 4 more Stanleys and a couple more that are on the way. Hi, Karina. Oh, you scared me. I literally thought maybe I left the door open and one of the cats was coming out. I was getting ready to yell at somebody. Nope. It's just Paka. I still haven't gotten. Really? That's odd. Why would finance be the problem though? I'm confused. You've left me. Oh, okay. Bye. That was short-lived. He was here for 5 seconds, I guess. He decided he didn't want to be here. Okay. Bye. See you later. Okay, I'm just adding tape to that. And then I made these little tabs in Cricut, believe it or not. And they're perfect because they fit around the tabs where the thing goes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Why can't I think of it? Handle. Where the handle goes. Perfect size. Because I had always figured out where people get these little like tab things. And I was like, why don't I just try and make them? The only thing I wish I would have done is I cut these on removable vinyl. I don't know why. I should have did it on permanent vinyl. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just like I'm going to have to do a little bit of sanding in that area because some of the epoxy has already gotten under it, but it's better than like having to sand around the whole thing, you know? Hi, Sheila. So glad it's Friday. Listen, me too. One more week and then I'm off. Girl, me too, Christine. That's why I got all these Stanleys because they were all on sale and I was like, this is the perfect time to start glittering Stanleys, so I better get them now. I spent probably way too much money. But it's okay. And then, so I bought a bunch on the Dick's Sporting Goods website. And then I had to go to Dick's because, to get some Christmas gifts. And I, like, don't shop at Dick's. Like, the only time I've walked into a Dick's Sporting Goods store is, to, like, go get a Stanley. Like, to get my very first Stanley. I don't shop at Dick's. Like, I just don't. But my middle son is my bougie son. So he only wants to wear Nike socks. So I was in there like getting him some things. So I got him I got him socks. I got him like a hoodie, a couple of hoodies, a pair of sweatpants. And then I saw a couple of the Stanleys that were on sale, were super like cheap. And I was like, I'm going to snag a couple of those now. And, over $200. I was like, dang, this is why I don't come. I was like, cause I got this little bag worth of stuff and I just spent $200. Crazy, I'm telling you. How much is too much? I know. Well, I spent $200 on the Dick's website and then went to Dick's like the next day and spent another $200. So they've gotten their money's worth out of me, that's for sure. Oh, you found a lavender one on sale? Oh, I would love that color. There was no lavender ones anywhere that I've been. You know? So I haven't had an opportunity to do that. But Karina, I'm with you. I can't wait to be on, is that you?
What?
Are you on here?
No.
Oh.
I'm playing a game.
Oh. I was like, wait a second. I can't wait to be on vacation, to be on holiday break. Even though the kids are going to be home and they're going to eat me out of house and home. Like, I don't care if I have to go to the store 5 times. It'll be my break. But we get a week off too. Like our office is closed until January, but all of the staff also get a full paid week off without having to use our time. So that's really nice. So it'll be nice to like actually like not have to worry about using my time while I'm, you know, home or whatever. Anyway, but oh, the pink too. That is one of my glitter mixes that I made a while ago. I can't believe you got the lavender color though. Oh, have an opportunity on a, oh, that's cool. That's really awesome, Jocelyn. I hope that works out for you. Board of directors like sitting on their like advice. I can hear that. You got to turn it down because I'm going to start repeating what I'm saying. Is that like on when you say board of directors, like their advisory board or their, you know, like their what you call it board, like their organization board? Because obviously normally those aren't like, normally they're not paid positions. I was just curious. Oh, you got a yellow Stanley for $20. Okay, Janet. Dang, maybe I need to go back on the Dick's website. Every once in a while as you find them on Amazon really cheap, but I haven't seen any of them super cheap in a while, like the 40-ounce ones. Anyway, well, I want to show you guys the UVDTF sheets that just released on my website. It's the last holiday stuff that I'll have. These should have been here quicker and just, you know, time, shipping, all of the things, you know. So I wanted to show you guys the prints and then we're going to make some stuff. I don't know what I want to make yet. I'm thinking maybe, I do have this cup that I glittered like legit last year. I'm not going to lie. That might be cute to add some of the UVDTF to. And then I low-key want to make a plaid on a short cup. And I realized that I still need to order more cups. I got to do that. But yeah. And then I was thinking maybe we'd do like some resin art. I want to do like a couple keychains maybe with some of these. I also just want to play around with epoxy. Hi, Felicia. I don't know if I said hello to you. Okay, well, let me show you guys the print. So we have 5 new UVDTF sheets that released. We will start here. So first off, let me get a, that's not gonna work. I saw this in my sheet of paper and I want to make this into a plaid. But Liz, this made me think of the cup that Ebony is making, because it's like the color she was talking about. It's so pretty though, isn't it? I suppose I could put like this on the cup, but I just need this as backing because then it's easier to see. Okay, so this is the Christmas Crew decal sheet. So these are all like the decals. We have 2 sheets that are like decals with wording, and then 3 sheets that are just like elements. Christmas themed here. Happy holidays, gingerbread kisses, and Christmas wishes. I'm trying to read reverse and I'm struggling. Okay, then we have the Merry Christmas sheet. I'm pretty sure that's what I called it. The Merry Christmas sheet, that's the other decal sheet that has the words on it. Too cute. Little nutcrackers, so cute. I want to use that decal, the little nutcrackers. Let's get cracking. I just feel like it's adorable. Then we have the 3 element sheets, okay? So we have this one. Too cute. Hi, Karina's husband. Hi, Jean. How are you? So this is the first element sheet. Then we have this one. And then this next one that I'm going to show you is my favorite one. I kind of want to use this one today. This is the neutral, like, gingerbread sheet. It's so cute. Bye. Bye, bud. It's so adorable, like the coffee. Oh, it's so cute. I want to use this little bow. I don't know. It's like a little bow cookie. It's adorable. I think it's too adorable. So, those are all the sheets that released tonight. I will have more sheets that release next week. We're getting into some winter florals next week, and I am so excited to, I think with that one, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to make a plaid or like a version of a plaid a little bit and add some of those to it. Like, I can see it in my mind slightly, but I don't want the whole cup to be plaid. I don't know. But it'll probably be for YouTube. Aw, he got all smiley. What is everyone doing with all the extra cups that we make that haven't sold? Mine just collect dust in a cabinet. Not gonna lie. They collect dust in a cabinet, and then I do a flash sale, and any of the ones that don't sell from the flash sale, then I will put in the strip pile, typically. But my collection's already grown again. Sometimes I do giveaways with them. But that's most of what I do. Or I'll give them away. They're great white elephant gifts. If you go to, you know, holiday parties or whatever like that, or just to give, you know. That's typically what I do. And I usually have a lot of cups. And it's usually my fault because I forget to post them. I just splashed my tea all over my face when I drank that. Okay, so I do want to craft a little bit with these, and I think that I want to use this one, but let me show you guys the cup that I have that I'm like so lying about needing cups. Like, I have cups, but you know, like when you have cups but they're not really the cups that you want to use for anything, that's what I have left. That's my problem. I really just want like straight skinny cups. And I don't have any like taller ones. Anyway, so this is the cup I made last year. It was literally like dump glitter that we used, but I thought this might be cute to add something to. I don't know what yet. Let me look at the prints. Maybe like the wreath and a couple of the gingerbread would look cute. Wouldn't that be adorable? That would be kind of cute, huh? Let me look though. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the little gingerbread in the coffee cup is adorable. So maybe that wreath and then the pink candy canes. What do we think? Let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna, and maybe then some of the cute little holly that's on here. Or is that mistletoe? Holly, right? No, it's holly. I don't even want a decal on this one, I don't think, because I really love the cuteness. Christmas calories don't count. Isn't that true? They do not count. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the YouTube view so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me just pull my other mount up here. Set it to the side. I probably will have to lower it too. Oh, let me bump this out the way too, otherwise you're gonna get the cup in view. Oh, I miss your face, Ebony. Okay, let me unplug you guys too, because you're also plugged in, because my phone was gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna have to switch this. The side where my camera goes, or where my mount goes, because of the way that I started the live. Otherwise, the arm of my mount will be in the way. Ooh, this will be weird too, because I never put my thing on this side. So just bear with me. Sorry, you're like staring at my chin. All right, hold on. It's being filmed. Okay, there we go. Doop. Ooh, I forget how much I don't love this side. This is the awkward side for me. I'm so used to it being on the other side that it's... All right, let's just lower the arm. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Ooh. I feel like this mount doesn't want to do what I want it to. You are? Oh my gosh, I was so sad. Cameron came to me and he was like, were you gonna eat the blueberries? And I was like, not right now. Why? He was like, I accidentally just dropped them all on the floor. I was like, oh, come on, man. I use them for my oatmeal. That's literally my guilty pleasure. At night before I go to bed is oatmeal, brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal with a little bit of extra brown sugar, a little bit of creamer, and then I add strawberries and blueberries. That's been my go-to when I want something sweet, but I feel like such an old lady too when I say that, but like I don't want ice cream half the time. That's what I want. I just want like oatmeal. So I get a little bit of sweetness in there, you know? All right, this hasn't been sanded in 97 years. It's been sitting over there for a bit of a long time. Okay, I think that should be good. The handle was pretty rough. All right, so I always put the handle on the left when I'm gonna put a decal on. I know that like it should be based on how people hold things, but I'm a left-handed girl who lives in a right-handed world. So for me, even though I'm a lefty, I never hold mugs like this. I always hold them with my right hand, so I know it's always gonna be front and center. And since the majority of the population is right-handed, that's just what I do. Because, I mean, it technically doesn't matter how you hold it. Whichever works for you. Unless it was like a name that I might ask them, the person who was buying it. Where did I put my scissors? I have these pair, but they're not my favorite. I don't know what I did with my scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna put the wreath in the center because that's adorable. Hi, Maritza. Right? It tastes delicious. I'll tell you that much. It's my favorite thing to eat. Okay, so remember, for anybody who just hopped on, these are now on my website. Also, I didn't mention it because I was, I don't know, too busy chatting. My website through the end of the month is going to be 30% off. Just to get rid of some items so that I can kind of like restock and stock up on new stuff. And then I'm also putting freebies in all orders of UV, DTF, or vinyl through the end of the year. So it's a great opportunity to grab some goodies and then get extra goodies. Haha. This glitter was actually a dump glitter. So I couldn't tell you because I don't even know what was in the original dump glitter cup. It's a bunch of colors. We made it last year and I actually hated it, so it just sat after I epoxied it, and that's why it's still here. And then I pulled it out the other day and I was like, oh, actually, this might be a cute cup. See, this cup was sitting in the no code needed. It's automatic. And don't forget, if you're in my Facebook group, you do have a discount code to use, which you can save on top. I hated this cup, but this cup was in my strip pile. And then I saw one of my decals. I was like, oh my gosh, that actually would make a really cute olive cup. Here we are. I know, right? I don't know how it happened that way, but literally this was like a dump glitter cup, and I was like, well, let's, we'll put it all together. I'm so bad at like not using my dump glitter. For a really long time, I used to keep like all my dump glitters, like all similar colors, in like these little containers, and I had a ton of them. And then when I did like one of my serious, like, I need to clean out everything, probably like I'm gonna do this December as well, when I'm home, I was like, I threw it all out. I definitely could have like given it to somebody, but there wasn't enough of it to like really do very much. But when you put it all together, it definitely was a lot. But I was like, well, and I ended up just getting rid of all of it. Alright, we're gonna put these on next. I think I'm gonna put this one straight on the back. The pink and white, excuse me, little candy canes. Fun fact, I actually don't really like candy canes. At least not the peppermint ones. The ones I really will eat, no matter what, are the sweet tart ones. Or the Starburst ones. I know. I'm literally a child. That's why you guys love me. I'm definitely a child. And it's freaking cold. So I always warm up my epoxy. I'm actually currently warming up my epoxy right now. So I just take like 2 cups of hot water and I just set my containers of epoxy in them. And I'll let them sit for like 10 to 20 minutes. And then I will, from there, I'll mix my epoxy together. And then apply it. And, I live in New York, so it's not warm here either. It's cold most of the time. I do okay out here. Now, like today, like last night, I put a coat of epoxy on. I put a coat of epoxy on both of the Stanleys. One I did fast set, the other one I just did regular set epoxy. And it was the old formula of Flynn Sisters. And when I got up this morning, I fell asleep again. And I don't think I came down here until like 11 o'clock. To turn off the turners, like to stop them from turning. I forgot that I had them on still. And the one cup that had the regular epoxy was still tacky. Believe it or not. So that's the only thing that's like a bit of a pain in the butt. But then by like 4, like it was completely like not tacky, So sometimes it just takes a little bit longer for your epoxy to cure, but it still can cure in those temperatures, like, definitely. You can do like a space heater. Some people do that. I don't keep my garage warm unless I'm out here. But I have, like, in the past, like, had a space heater and used that. But now I'm just, like, most of the time it's warm when it goes on. And then it'll cure overnight. And I'm usually pretty good. But I haven't had like any huge issues. What kind of issues are you running into? Or are you just worried about running into? Like it not curing? it being too cold that it won't mix? Like, what do you think that your issue is? Yes, Jessica's having a sale right now on epoxy. I don't know if you can also use my code. I haven't been in the affiliate group, in the message group today, but I did see that. I do have the new formula, Lala, of the Flint Sisters epoxy, but I'm using the rest of the old formula first before I pour that into new bottles. Because obviously I don't want that epoxy to like go to waste. But I did use the test ones that she sent us, so I love the new formula. Not that I didn't like the old formula. The only time I had issues is sometimes with the old Fast Set. And that was, you know, some of that like foggy or cloudy situation that would happen. And it wouldn't even happen all the time. It would kind of be like inconsistent with when it would happen. But those were really the only things that I ran into. And I was really I was using Fast Set, but mostly for just like the glitter coat. And then I was just using the regular epoxy. Ask me how I know. Dead. Okay, so you can use my code as well on top of the sale. So you can use code Lysha to save an additional 10% off your order. So she's already got a huge sale on epoxy. So if you need to stock up before the holidays, now's the time to do it. All right, I'm going to put that there. And then you can use code Lysha and save even more doll hairs. Because who doesn't love that? I love a sale on top of a code. Yeah, sometimes it would cure faster than the bubbles too, yeah. For a 20-ounce first coat. I've learned about a flood. I've also learned, okay, so for a 20-ounce, now I'm someone who always applies thin layers, Maritza. So for a 20-ounce, I probably would do anywhere from 10 to 15 mLs. Now that is considering that maybe the glitter that I did was more of a fine glitter. If it was a chunky glitter, it might take me 30 mLs to get over the cup. But I want the cup to be fully covered in epoxy. And my first coats always look more like this. So like, this is a really good example. This took 30 mLs to cover. Like I stretched it to get 30 mLs, and it's not perfectly covered, right? I can still see where the epoxy is still very much, like you can see the glitter sticking up still. So I know it's still going to take a couple more minutes a couple more coats, I should say, for it to be fully smooth. But this is what I mean by thin coat. So like, it's not smooth yet. These are chunky glitters. But like for a cup like this, right? This is a 32 ounce, but for a cup like this, I could probably get away with less than 20 mLs because most of this is flat. Whereas like something with chunky glitter, I know that I need just a little bit more. So I always mix around 30 mLs, like no matter what kind of cup I'm doing, unless I'm just doing a glitter layer. Because I'm typically always also going to be doing multiple coats at the same time. And if I'm not, I pour that extra epoxy into molds that I just always have on my epoxy table. I forgot to show you guys that. And then a flood coat. So a flood coat is when you go in with another coat of epoxy before the first coat of epoxy is fully cured. So you can do a flood coat with Flint Sister Supply Shop Fast Cure within 2 hours. So after 2 hours, you can add another coat on top of it. With the Artist Cure, you're going to want to wait more like 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. Basically, you're letting that first layer of epoxy set, but it's still going to be very tacky. Like to the point where if you were to touch it, like it would look like raw sugar. Like when I don't know why I'm thinking raw sugar, but like, you know, like the sugar candy, right? Like the ribbon candies. Like if you put your finger on it, like you would have like ribbons that would come from it. So that's what a flood coat is, when you're adding another coat of epoxy before the first coat is fully cured. And I'll do that if I'm rushing a project. YouTube is a great example. If I'm rushing a project, like I will flood coat cups with the first few coats so that it's cured quicker. Like I have more coats of epoxy on it quicker. Hi, Regina. but I don't use it all the time. But you totally can. And again, like for me, like I don't always necessarily have to, but if I'm trying to finish a cup, or I'm on a deadline, like then I might add flood coating. Or if I'm just, you know, impatient, that's also possible. That's also a reason I might do that. That's a great question. You're more than welcome to ask me all the questions. All right, so here's our cute little cup. What do you guys say we do? Maybe like a little, what do I want to do? I'm thinking. Maybe we'll do a little matchy match. Well, what would I want to put on? Like a keychain to go with this. Maybe we'll mix a little glitter. Add a little bit of, we'll try and get as close to that color as we can. And do a little bit of a keychain to go with it. Let me think though what I want to add to this, or add to that keychain that matches. This bell is so adorable. What else do I got over here? These are the decals though. Oh, look at that cute little gingerbread. I feel like maybe the cute little gingy. And like holly and one of those. Okay, we're going to do that. Let me go get whatchamacallit. Ebony, you're here. Look, I found this on my sheets, like the paper that I use for catching glitter and stuff, but it reminded me of the plaid that you were doing. And now I can't wait to see what your plaid looks like. I was like, these are like the colors that Ebony did. Or wanted to do. So cute. Okay, let me go get a round. A acrylic blank is what I need. Hiccups. Okay. Oh, I forgot I have these little coasters too. These cute little card coasters. Honestly, maybe we'll do one of those too. Why not? I'm gonna do one of these. So I get most of my like acrylic blanks like this from Amazon. You obviously don't have to. Okay, do I want to do a big keychain or a little keychain? Maybe a little keychain, and we'll add the holly. And well, we'll keep this one out. We can do a couple keychains. We might as well. We're going to use UV resin, so it'll be really quick. Like much quicker than normal. Right? Isn't it so cute? I love this color. Those colors together would be adorable. It'd be a really pretty like Valentine's plaid. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we need to peel off the plastic covering off of one side. We're going to do this little thing. I think this is the one I'm going to put the little gingerbread person on. Bye, Latoya. Have a great night and great weekend. Get this off to save my life right now. I think these ones I got from Zindy. I think I haven't purchased from Zindy's in a really long time. Okay, let's pull this one off and then we'll sand these. Okay. Oh, don't let me forget to epoxy. Maybe we'll go make some epoxy now, and then we'll come back to this so that I can epoxy this cup in front of me. Why is my cat yelling? He is too much. I know which one it is too, Mr. Mario. He just starts yelling sometimes for no reason. I think he likes to just remind us that he's around. And now we should pay attention to him. I swear that's why he just starts yelling for no reason. All right, let me set this aside. I don't even know if you guys can hear him, but he's so loud right now. He's so loud. All right, we're going to mix some epoxy. Let me actually push this a little bit out of the way. Let me go get my gloves and stuff. Okay. Mario, why are you so loud? My goodness. Still yelling. Okay, so I'm still using the old formula right now because I have I have this and just a little bit more to use of this before I'm out of it. I don't know if she sold out of all of the old formula the last sale she did or not, but I do know that that was at a higher discount before, so if she has any more, she probably has that off, the discount for that off even more than the new formula. Okay, so I've mixed up, well, I've poured, I should say, 30 mLs. And it's nice and warm. I put both bottles of my epoxy in cups of hot water, because then that makes it so much easier too to mix and pour. Oh, really? Okay, well, that's good to know. Some of the old artist care is still left. Marmar, oh my gosh. He just in there yelling to himself. Ain't nobody listening to him. He just yelling to himself. Ebony, what did you end up getting? More epoxy? I need to go. Not that I need to spend any more money, but I could totally stock up on like rhinestones. Not that I don't have enough. But you know, when they're on sale, sometimes you just gotta get it. Ridges? You mean like waves on your cup? Is that what you mean? Like when the cup is not fully smooth? Is that what you mean? That sometimes can mean a couple of things. You're always going to have waves on any kind of Milky Way cup. That's just normal because you're adding pigments and more epoxy after most of it has started to set. If you're getting them consistently on all your cups, it could be that your turner is either not level and that it's creating an uneven turn, or something that has happened to me with my other turners that I hate. I never press purchase. Oh my gosh. If your turner is skipping, that is going to cause some serious like pooling of your epoxy on one side or another. My other turner that I don't really use is terrible for that, especially if I'm using a handled cup. Like it just will skip. And I would end up with like, the cup would be smooth, but there'd be this huge section here that would have like this huge wave of the pooled epoxy. And it would be a pain in the buttocks to have to sand all that down before I can add more epoxy. So that's always a pain. It could be too much heat. That's also an option. And I'm a girl who adds lots of heat. I won't lie. Too much heat? Elizabeth, how's Marlette doing? Is she still coughing up a lung? We're mixing this epoxy until there's no more ribbons. Or unmixed epoxy. You want it to be totally see-through. I always have bubbles in my epoxy. But I'll end up popping them with the torch. Now, if you not overmix, but if you mix too aggressively and your epoxy's not warm enough, sometimes you'll end up with a lot of bubbles that will almost make your epoxy look white, and that's all micro bubbles. So, that is not something you want to add to your cup, because you'll never be able to get rid of all those micro bubbles, even with your torch. Especially if you're using a fast cure. But like this, that's about normal for me, because I don't know how to mix well. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Liz, are you gonna get the festive palm tree? I want to know. This snow globe got me messed up. What is it doing to you? Is it holding you hostage? Do I need to come save you? All right. Pull this down, turn this on. Make sure I have it turning the way that I like it to turn. And we're gonna add our epoxy. So I'm gonna probably use all 30 mLs of this. For sure. Probably could use more, but again, I like to do thin coats. So I will stretch to make this 30 mLs fit. These decals that I'm using right now are from my website. They just went live tonight. So they're at LyshaBCreative.com. Going around these little tabs. The only thing about using my single turners is I wish it had like a rubber bottom, because it's always sliding all over the desk when I'm trying to epoxy. Thank you. They're the last holiday ones that'll come out. And then I have some really cute and adorable winter things that are coming, and also some Valentine's things. So anybody who makes Valentine's cups or projects, you're gonna love it. I also think that I'm gonna bring sometime after the new year the motivational inspiration bundle in white. So I'll just have that reprinted, but in white versus the black that it already came in. I made the tabs, the little vinyl tabs. I just measured the inside of the Stanley handles and then put those dimensions, just used an oval shape in Cricut and used the dimensions for the oval and then measured the width of the tab on the inside. I'll show you as soon as I'm done with this. To get my dimensions. I might have it on one of these papers, honestly. The dimensions I used. Because I had to write it down, because I'm not good at remembering. Dead. We're going to use every last drop of this. Oh, you're going to work on your very first one? I love a good 40 ounce. And I don't always epoxy with the handle off, but for this cup I knew that that's what I wanted to do. But for the other cup I did, I'll show you guys that one. That one I decided I wanted the handle on, or to keep the handle on. So it kind of just depends on like sometimes like what glitter I'm using, what my thought process is for like the final cup before I can decide. Don't be scared. Listen, the worst that can happen is you mess up a cup. It's just a cup, right? It's not the end of the world. And you know what? Every time we make a mistake, we learn. So I am all for trying it and making mistakes, because that's the worst thing that can happen. Okay. All right. That is done. We're going to keep this. I think that it's easier probably to keep the handle on. Because obviously you have less work with like having to continually put tabs on, or, you know, potentially sand those areas. But, you know, I don't feel like this is super difficult. It's just a couple extra steps, you know? But I don't know that I have like a preference. All right, we're going to torch. I definitely need to switch out this can of propane, because my flame is quite low. Very true. Every master was once a beginning. I don't know if I'm a master. I'm just what do they call them? I'm an intermediate is what I like to say. Because I still mess up cups. Oh my gosh. I still mess up cups. All of the time. I'll show you one I just messed up the other day. That was supposed to be for YouTube. All right, I'm going to switch the direction just so that I can pull off this tape. Because for whatever reason, I always put the tape on this way, even though I epoxy in the other direction. I don't really know why I do that. I don't know. It's one of my weird quirks, I guess. I believe that you got this, Maritza. I promise. Okay. Putting that in the trash. Then what I like to do is, whoops, just take and just go around. So I don't want too much of that epoxy pulling up at the top. Some people like to wait to take the tape off. I'm someone who will forget even if I've set an alarm, so I always do it right away. But some people will wait until like the epoxy has set, you know, like 30, 45 minutes to then come back and take the tape off. But I have no chill, and I will still forget. I will be like, oh, my timer went off, I gotta go take off the tape, and then get distracted with something that I see as I come into the craft room. So now we'll take the tabs off. I can show you the UV resin that I use. Come on. It's because I'm trying to do this with my non-dominant hand. This one, so I show the glittering process over on Instagram. I only think that my turner is moving too fast when I'm trying to get tabs off. I'm telling you. Any other time, it's moving too slow. I tell you. I can't win. The glitter that's on here are actually two mixes that I made. This one on top, if anybody bought my glitter, is Love Lysha. And then this, okay, I'm gonna have to just pull it off with my hand. The rest of it. Man, that did not want to come off. And then the bottom was a mix of Daydream, Magnetic from Lysha Creations when she was still selling glitter. And there was something fine in here, but I don't remember what it was. Oops, I just pulled that off. It's not what I meant to do, but whoopsie. It's alright, I'll put a new one on. Okay. So this is gonna set. This still is gonna need a third coat of epoxy before. You did? That's awesome. So look, you already have one of the glitters too. This is still gonna need another coat of epoxy. Like I can already see a couple spots that are just still sticking up. So it will need a sanding and another coat of epoxy before I probably will add a decal and then do final coats. But right now, this is gonna be a relatively smooth coat of epoxy for this cup. So once this is cured tomorrow, I will sand down some of those spots, do probably another coat, and then do decals. All right, so let me push her out of the way. So speaking of messing up cups, this was supposed to be a cup for my sports bundle that I totally botched. My idea was so flawless, and then I made a vital mistake by removing the tape and putting it in my resin dryer, like my tumbler dryer, not remembering that that uses heat, which means that everything is still going to continue to move. So this is how I ended up with this hot mess. So this has to be stripped, and I'll start over. And I'll remember next time not to use the dryer to do this. But going back to the handles, so this is a Stanley handle. This is the one that goes to this cup. So I just measured, you know, the width of this and the height, and then I measured the inside of this tab. And so I think, let me see if I think I wrote it on one of these papers. So I used the measurements of 0.375 by 0.125, and I think that was for the inner section. I don't remember what the outer section was. I kept just going back and forth to my computer like a goof. Oh, you have that one too. It is a very pretty glitter. I hope that I never run out of it, but let's be honest, I probably will at some point. But okay, so I wanted to also show you guys that other cup that let me push this out of the way a little more. Just a little bit. I just don't want to accidentally bump it. The other Stanley that I've been working on. This one also needs another coat, but I'm going to do it later because I have to do it on my other turner. And it needed this was the one that needed a little bit more dry time because I used Artist Cure. So this is the other one. So like that one I chose not to do the handle on, and this one I was like, no, I want to do the handle because this was actually a hot pink cup, pink shimmer. And I didn't want the handle to be pink. I wanted it to be the same color as the rest. So it kind of just depends. But this one still needs another coat of epoxy before I can sand and add any kind of decals. Okay, now we can move on to this project, which is our keychains and such. I gotta get another, what you call it for this. And then I'm gonna get out my, not those. And then I'll get out my, is this just one? Oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna keep this because I like those. I'll get out my UV resin. Alright, so one of these, well, we're gonna make a little bit of a glitter mix, that's what I think. I think that's gonna be the best idea. I think, because we're gonna try and make something to like match this. What's up? What do you need? Huh? I am live, but what? Oh, okay. That's fine too. You're allowed to walk in here for no reason. Can you do a reverse ombre on a cup with chalk paint versus spray paint? You could. I don't know how well it would come out. You'd have to be, guess where I'm at? You're at home, ... Depot. You could, Jocelyn, but it would be hard because that center section, wow, everybody's visiting to me. That center section where you have to blend them, sometimes it can be hard to blend two paints. So that I think would be the only challenge. What's up?
Are you gonna have any French fries?
No, probably not. You can eat them. All right, let's get some glitters. Ooh, oh, you know what? I do have this. This honestly might be a cute option. Maybe we'll just go with that one. That's Jolly AF. Just left there? Are you at Walmart? Are you getting Grinchy pajamas? Is that what you're doing? This is also a really pretty mix. That might be cute for the, honestly, let's try and mix these two together. Let's see what happens. I feel like these two might actually give me what this was. Let's see. Let's see. This one I know I haven't used. But it's like this one looks like a dump glitter. And I low-key kind of love that. I love when a dump glitter just comes out cute. This one has stars in it. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually hate stars and glitter. I know. I don't know why, but I think, you know what? I think it's because I have been stabbed far too many times by a rogue star glitter when making cups, and I think that's why I don't like it. What a child I am. I think I need a little bit more of melody. I like the look of the stars in there. We're gonna make this our glitter mix. So Melody and Jolly AF. You know what? That's gonna match so nicely. Okay. I'm gonna do a different color though for this one. What did I want to put on here? Let's see. I really love these. I don't know. I feel like the little bow and like a tan glitter. Okay. That's what we're going to do on that one. So let me go get a tan glitter down. Let me put these away because I won't need any more of that. Ooh, what color though? What's cooler? What's cooler? What's cool? Ooh, what's this? I don't know. This is technically a pink, but it's giving. No, I do not print my own. I do sometimes. I do have a UV make, but I don't print these. These I get them done from a vendor that I have. I kind of like it, but I feel like I need brown. I feel like I need to add brown. Let me see. Ooh, vintage. Oh no, this is Franny. Oh, I do love Franny. Franny's a little cutie. Let's see what happens when I mix these two. Okay, let me get a couple more medicine cups. Okay, Harvest Moon. Can I just tell you, I can never find biscotti when I'm looking for it. I only ever find it when I'm not looking for it. It's really tragic. Use a little Franny. So like I'll print single decals. Okay, yes. Yes. I like that. That's cute. All right, now we're ready to add some stuff. Where did I put that decal? Of course, now the decal is going to show you guys that I have printed. So like I'll print some smaller decals, but not usually like from the sheets. All right, I need my UV resin. Oh, and let me plug up my, what you call it. Otherwise, Got everything over here. Everything but the kitchen sink. Oh no. Okay, hold on. The lights are about to go off for a second. Because I gotta switch this. Okay, there we go. Everything is tangled in everything. My golly. Sheesh. Alright. The most ghetto thing ever. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Okay, so I'm gonna put probably the decals on first, I'm thinking. Normally I do the glitter and stuff first, but let's be different. Dare to be different. Alright, so this one's getting that cute, adorable bow. The cookie bow. Okay. Put this one on here. Might even come back and add another decal on the other side. We'll see though. Okay. That one's done. Now we'll be able to flip this over and add the glitter. Oh, come on. Work with me. Okay. Okay. That one. All right, so UV resin. This is the UV resin I've been using most recently. I like this because it does cure hard. Some of my other ones that I've used, and I get this off of Amazon, have not been curing as hard as I wish they would. So we're gonna add our UV resin. And then our glitter. Enough to coat the top. Then we'll mix. I've also seen people do like a thin layer of your UV resin and then add like the glitter raw. I don't personally love that way. Probably just because I've been doing it this way for so long. And then we're gonna pour this on and we'll use I need all this? Probably. Yeah. And then we're going to spread this all on. Like we're frosting a cookie. Although I don't know if I've ever frosted a cookie like this, but you know, you get the idea. The other thing you could do, and I do this sometimes, but not all of the time, is you could paint it before you add the glitter and UV resin. I'll only do that though if I'm going to be glittering both sides. Because if you don't, like if I were to paint this and not glitter the other side, then you're only going to see the paint for the other side and not the glitter. But this is the UV resin, Jocelyn. I get it off of Amazon. Wow, everybody's here to see me. Huh? Oh, you came to be warmed up.
No, not this.
It could warm you up. It's got me nice and warm. Although I should go out and get kerosene this weekend.
I'm sweating.
I know, that's the only issue. I'll be complaining it's too hot. Sorry. Okay. Smoothing this all out. Hopefully without I might have to add just a little bit more. Otherwise I'm gonna have a spot that's like doesn't have any UV resin on it. Okay. That way we can fill this little gap here. Still keep this section level. Okay, there we go. All the way to the edge. It's the hard clear, yeah, the hard type. It's called Kisrel, Kisrel. That's the brand. And it's the crystal clear hard type. All right, we've gotten that. Now, I am just going to, okay. Okay. Then we will put this under, let's flip this. We're going to do this a little bit weird. Flip this. Ah, the top. Let that cure. What did I say I was going to put? Oh, the little gingerbread on this one, right? I don't know if maybe I should add pink. I don't know. We'll cut these out. I'll cut these out while we're waiting. Where's my little pink gingerbread? Oh, this one. So cute. I think I'm going to do that and a little bit of maybe holly. Oh, maybe I'll save the holly for that keychain with like a little candy cane. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I guess I could put holly on both. Will it fit though? Maybe. Possibly. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. Love it. So we have that. We can add this here while we're waiting for that one to finish. Work with me. I'm going to do another 60 seconds on that one. Just to be sure. There's no rhyme or reason, but I always like to do a couple minutes under the lamp to make sure it's cured. Holly, right? I think that's what I said I was putting on this one. Yeah, because that one's going to get the holly and the... Oh my gosh, how adorable. I'm going to kind of layer this because otherwise it's not quite going to fit. Normally I wouldn't layer my UV DTF, but in this case, we need to. I love it. So cute. Another UV resin for anybody who's in the market that I've heard is really good, but I can't speak for myself because I've never used it, is Resin Rockers. Heard it's a great UV resin. I've also heard Counterculture's great too. I've also never used their UV resin. I believe that both of them too you can get on Amazon. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. Okay, I do think I want to do the green on the back of this one, but now I'm feeling like I should do pink on the back of this one. Does anybody have strong feelings about either of those options? This one's finished. The only thing I would probably do is add another coat of like clear on the back and on the front, but look how pretty that is. You can see the glitter right through the front. Oh, so cute. And it looks even better when you add that like gloss finish on top. So that would be how I would finish those. All right, let's pull this off. Maybe. Either one would work. I know, I'm having a hard time making a decision. Oh man. Having a hard time making decisions. All right, let's sand these. Where did I put my little, here we go. Sand these real quick so we can add our glitter and UV resin. Boop. Oh, and I can't even, oh, I can add keychain hardware. Couldn't remember if I had any. I did, I work with girls and after school. And this past week, we did glitter ornaments and keychains made with like the shrink paper from Tech Wrap. So most of my stuff, my keychain stuff, is at work, unfortunately. I probably could figure it out. It's cough drop time already. Oh, hell yeah. Can't win. Okay, so I definitely want to do the green on this one. Let's start there. Let's start there. I really feel like a pink. I don't know. Let's start with the, what you call it first. I am so, I don't know if I'm the only one, but like, I'm the worst sick person. You know how like typically we'll say that our husbands are really bad at being sick? And not that mine isn't. He doesn't really get sick very often. Lucky him. I always seem to get what the kids get. But I am the worst sick person. Like, I'm the biggest complainer. Like, the amount of times I said to my husband, I feel like I'm dying today. He was like, you have to stop. It's like, I can't help it. I don't feel good. He's like, I know you don't feel good. I'm like, I just want you to feel sorry for me. I'm terrible when I'm sick. But I'm also, like, so picky about, like, cough drops. Like, I personally hate cough drops. So, like, there's very few cough drop flavors that I can handle because I hate menthol. So most Hall's cough drops are out unless they're fruit freezers. And so the ones that I always end up getting are the Ricola ones, because most of those flavors I can get down with. So, like, right now I have the honey lemon echinacea ones. They're like my go-tos. But like, one time I asked my husband to get cough drops, and I should know by now that I need to either send him a picture or, like, be very specific, because he came back with cherry cough drops. I said, how could you come back with the worst cough drops possible? Why would you think that of all flavors, I want cherry? Tell me I'm taking medicine without telling me I'm taking medicine. That's a crime. Wait, the ornaments or these? Or the ornaments that I did with the girls? The ones I did with the girls are just like the ones you buy at Michael's in like a 24 pack. They're like regular size ornaments, like ones you'd put on your tree. I'm not sure of like what the size is. It's just the ones that you can always find at the craft store. I still have not a clue what I'm getting my coworkers or making for them. I was gonna do cups, and your girl just don't got no more time. You know? Oh, this is a 3.5-inch plank. Also off of Amazon. It's 3.5 or 4 inches. It might be 4 inches. I'm not good with sizes. I have to measure everything. And goodness knows I never pay attention to the measurements on Amazon, so I'm always buying things that are not the right size. It's like my special power. I'm great at buying something that ends up being doll furniture size. Okay, alright, I might end up doing it this color just because I have some left, so. I think I'm gonna need more though. Oh, maybe not. I always underestimate the size of these. Underestimate? Overestimate? I don't know what the word is that I mean, but. But these also would be cute to do as like ornaments. I ended up doing the other ones because it's just a little bit more fun for them. But these would have been cute too. But I didn't have any like decals like ready to go. But their ornaments came out pretty cute. And then with my other group, we ended up painting ornaments. Because my one group went through a whole can of polyacrylic, and I was like, that stuff's not cheap, but, you know, it is what it is. I've learned for next time that we'll just use, like, diluted glue or something. Because most of it ended up on the table. I need just, like, the tiniest bit right there. Okay. Perfect. So cute. All right. Let's torch this. Well, I guess not torch it, but you know what I mean. Pop the bubbles. This gonna be so cute. Okay, now push these bad boys into here. Oop. May have accidentally touched that at the end of this, but it's because I don't want to get it all over my hands. Put it on there for 90 seconds, and then we'll cure it again for another 60. And then the only thing I'd have to do is just add, well, technically you'll need another coat on the back, but we'll add the clear coat on the top, or on the, on the front. We're gonna put, I did want to do, whoopsie, finish some of these. Maybe we'll mix up a little bit more epoxy and I'll add some, to these too. And pour a couple of those. That would be cute. Oh, I do have a cute, like, little Grinchy one. Grinch decal, look at that. And then that'll probably be it for me. It's already 9. Oh my gosh, I feel like time goes so fast when I'm live. Never at any other point in time. Only when I'm live. Those are coasters. So, this is a coaster mold, a large round coaster mold from Amazon. And this is what I build my, like, resin coasters out of. And I just do it in layers versus doing it in one pour, because I use Flint Sisters Artist Cure epoxy, and that is not epoxy that you should do deep pours with, because it's only meant for, like, I think 1/4 of an inch for the new. Otherwise the middle would not cure. So it's just important you don't do, like, a whole pour, like, to the top with those kinds of resin, unless you're using a deep pour resin. A deep pour resin is meant to be thicker, so that you can get away with a bit. I'd pour this on, but it's going to cure because the lamp's on. Oh, we could have did a cute little cup. I forgot I do have a couple of, cups. Some mugs that are, snow globes. Alright, I think these are done. Okay. Boop! So cute. So cute. I love it. So yeah, this will definitely need, like, another, like, thin coat. But let's do this side first. Now when I do this side, I literally just do this. Probably should have sealed it first, because this could totally, it could totally repel, but we're going to take that chance. It's not going to need a lot. Alright, let's see if that's enough. Let's see. Thank you. I think they came out pretty cute too. And don't forget, all of these, these decal sheets just went on the website today. Perfect time to get them quick and do last minute gifts, which honestly will probably be what I do for the kids' teachers, because I did not do a good job at being prepared for Christmas this year. Can I just tell you, I am terrible every year. I'm always a last minute shopper, and this year is no different. I got a week left to shop for Christmas. I'm not even done with my own household. Like, I gotta put it in high gear this weekend. I tell ya, the time just gets away from you, you know? I tell ya, every year. I'm always like, I'm gonna be so much better next year. I'm gonna get done with Christmas shopping early. I have yet to keep that promise to myself, y'all. I swear. Oh man, I gotta be careful. That's gonna tip over or pull over if I don't do this quick. So that's the other thing. Sometimes if you're not careful, especially if you're doing what I'm doing right now, like pouring all of them first and then spreading, sometimes you can have an issue where it will not, or it will start to like pool overboard, which is never good because it's a mess. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. So usually I'll just do them one at a time, but of course I'm being super ambitious right now. And sometimes your glitter layer on the other side will leave your blank a little bit uneven, which is kind of annoying. Just because of like the thickness on the other side. So, also something to think about or to be mindful about. Okay, I think that's good. Try not to do too much because get them bubbles. Get them bubbles. Okay. I'll be having a adjust this. Okay. Woo! That was nerve-wracking. Yeah, that never works. I know! It's so bad. I always tell myself that I'm going to be better the next year, and I just, you know what? Sometimes I'm wrapping gifts while people are here. It never fails. We always wrap gifts the night before. It never fails. It's just part of my DNA. It's part of who I just am. And I just have to be okay with that, I guess. It's so crazy. One year, probably when I'm a grandma, that'll be when I actually do stuff early, you know? Hasn't happened yet, though. Or day of. I know, it's just the time goes by so fast. Like, I feel like it just turned December, you know? Like, there's no way that... And my mom, she is amazing. She's been done with Christmas shopping for forever at this point. She's been done for months. I'm like, I need to be like you. How does one do that? Alright, we're gonna do another 60 seconds. I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit more. Because this one I'm worried is not getting enough light. It does, like, way too fast. You left me? I'm just kidding. How dare you? Alright, we are gonna also mix a little bit more epoxy. I wanna pour, add some maybe decals to these. But I gotta wait for these to be done. But those we'll do with regular epoxy. Oh, I hate chewing pop drops. Like that last little bit. Yeah, because then it gets stuck in your teeth. These came out pretty cute though. And then all I have to do is epoxy this cup. Oh my gosh. That's too cute. Too cute. I feel like that one should have like a drip or something. Maybe. this still needs a little bit more time. This one. This one okay? Yes. See, I got a little bit of repelling here, so I'll have to do another thin coat. And that's just, you know, the luck of the draw. Sometimes that happens. But isn't that cute? This will need another thin coat. This will need another thin coat, but that is crystal clear. I love it. The larger one definitely needed more light time. Although I'm pretty sure this one's done. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's so pretty. Now it just needs its, what you call it? It's cute little matchy-matchy. Look how cute. Okay, is this done? Okay, bam. And then this one, the same thing, a little bit of repelling on the edge, which is always happens on the what you call it side, the UV resin side, or the decal side. I mean, so stinking cutesies. Okay, those are done. Put this back here. All right, let's pull these over. I was doing something with this and I don't recall what. Oh, this is to go with that cup that I need to send out. So it's actually good that I'm working on this. That one is just getting leopard print. This one. The other thing that I've learned while working on these, don't take these out of the molds until you're ready to completely be done with them. Ask me how I know, because multiple times I've done that and then put them back in there, and it has not been good. Because then your epoxy somehow seeps down the sides and gets into the bottom, and then it becomes an uneven bottom. So just do with that as you will. Put anything else on this one? I'll just do the top. So the hardest part is going to be getting, oops, come on, up. Oop. Okay, I will. I also need to ship tomorrow. We're in the same boat. I'm gonna have to drop my packages off though instead of scheduling it. Because USPS has been doing me dirty lately. I be asking to have packages picked up and then they don't show up. That's so frustrating. They gonna make me switch to USPS real quick, or UPS real quick. Oh, that's gonna be too big, I think. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut these. You are? Okay. Remind me, because then I need to go on the website. That was something I didn't do tonight, and I was supposed to add you. Remind me to do that. Because we know me. Okay, I might have to do this in sections. One there. Maybe. And then the other here. Perfect. Alright, we can get a couple more in here. Ah! Let's do some of these tiny ones. I'm gonna put probably the Merry Christmas decal on this one, or maybe that one. Ooh, decisions. I don't know what I'm doing on this one yet either. I'll find something. Ooh, pink leopard print would look cute on there though. Why can't I keep this? Hardest part of UVDTF, getting the carrier sheet to cooperate. There we go. My goodness. Every time, I swear. Okay. Oh no! I accidentally ripped that off. Alicia. There we go. Alright, I can probably fit like 2 more. Let me find a couple more tin-a-tanas. Let's do these 2. This might look cute with pink leopard print. I might do that with this one. Oh. Guess I should have put that one there. Fine. Okay. Well, that one's finished. Let's do we're gonna put pink on this one. But let's do I think I want to do Merry Christmas if it'll fit on this. Ooh, no. Ooh, I don't know which one. I feel like maybe it'll look better on that. But is that too red? Can you... A DTF. Okay, yes. I'll remind you. Or maybe Liz will remind us both. I want to use this one. But I'm struggling with which one to put it on. What do we think? Does it look better on this? Or does it look better on this? I'm stuck. The green looks better on here, but the red looks better on here. I think I'm going to put it on this one. Because on here, I don't like the way the green looks on that. I just got to cut a little closer. Make it easier to put it on. Okay. I don't know what to put on this one now. Maybe Christmas cookies? I don't know. I'll have to think. I'll have to see what else I have. I might have some more decals in my stash that I could use. Who am I kidding? I 1000% do. And then all I'll have to do for this is add... Thanks. Oh, now I can't get the thing off. Every time. Okay, there we go. It just needed a little extra help. I think I might add maybe just some gold dots to this. I think that would look cute. Where's my little gold pen? There's the gray. I have gold. Okay, here we go. I don't like that it's so... I don't know. Oh, I feel like you can't see it. You have a different one? I have this one. It's been a while since I used it, but it's thicker. Ooh, I like that better. Oh, so cute! Okay. I need it a little easier though. It's adorable. Alright, that's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Cute. Okay, that's the winning gold pen. I'll know that for next time. Alright, we're gonna add pink leopard print on this one. have more pink leopard than I just have to get it. Okay. Okay. I actually won't need as many as I thought. You Oh my gosh, what are you making? I still have to shop tomorrow. That's like the one thing I have to do. Well, I have to drop off a shirt too for a friend for our party tomorrow. I have to get a white shirt for myself and press my shirt. I also want to get a jean jacket, but I don't know where I could find one right now. Should have ordered it, but now you have to tell me what you're making so that I can book my flight and be there for dinner. All right, where am I gonna put? Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Oh my goodness, stop. I'll be right over. I'll be there. Save me a plate. Actually, save me a couple plates. Can I get this? Okay, I don't think I'll be able to get that in there. Okay. Oh, really? That's the only thing, like, he'll eat all of it? That is so funny. Fun fact, when I made my leopard print sheets, I must have accidentally hit my canvas with my eraser. And so all of my sheets have this one random dot in one of the leopard prints. Kind of funny. Didn't realize it until I saw them. What do I want to add to that last one? Decisions. Oh, you know what? Let's do... maybe not that. I was thinking Merry Christmas, but the whatchamacallit didn't come off very well on here. And I didn't print anymore. Could I put them on there? Would they fit? Burley. No, I didn't see a cookie video. Did you send me one? Will that fit? I think I'll do this one. Not Christmas themed, but it's okay. These will just be things that I add in orders. This isn't for anything in particular. I just like to have stuff on here. And then we'll mix our epoxy. You did not send me a cookie video, but now you should. And if you're going to send it to me, should I just add the supplies to my list? Because am I going to want to make them? Oh gosh. Got nervous. Oh gosh, I can't. Come up already. No, I can't get the edge. Okay. Takes a little bit. Bam. And she's done. Now we just have to get some resin on top of these, and then these will be finished. This is probably going to take a little bit more UV resin. I mean, epoxy is what I meant. Let me grab a couple sets of gloves. Gosh. Oopsie. Okay. So it's cheesecake stuffed sugar cookies. What? I would definitely also make mine with chocolate chip. Cheesecake, send me the recipe. Just go ahead and send it to me. We already know I'm making it. We already know. You had me at cheesecake. It didn't take much to convince me, Ebony. I will be making them on Saturday. Or on Sunday, I mean, when I'm home. I have a party. Oh, shoot. I can't tell if I poured too much. Hold on. A little bit, so I'm going to have to compensate slightly. Whoop. Okay. Better? Okay, this I'm going to have to do super slow because this is not warm anymore. We want it to be mixed really nice. I knew it. Yeah, so we're going to add another layer of resin over these. These ones will need the most resin, so I'll have to do another pour after this first pour, but these ones, this should be the last layer that I need. I don't ever pour to the tippy top. When I do these, I always leave like a quarter of an inch. But these ones are my thicker ones. So these ones this one already has 2 pours. This one has 1 pour, but a thicker pour. Because this is typically where I put my extra resin. Like if I mix something, if I mix epoxy but I don't use all of it, this is where most of that extra resin goes. Oh my gosh, guys, I just want to tell you, this is literally not to gloat, but I'm always like posting things across all my social media. And lately I've seen a really nice uptick for myself on Instagram. I posted an 8-second video. So this cup that we epoxy that's up in front of me, I showed the glittering process yesterday. And that got a little over 1,000 views. I'm like, okay, pretty good. Glittering videos usually do really good on Instagram. Today, y'all, I posted me removing the tape from the top rim of this cup. It was literally an 8 or 9 second video. How has it got 15,000 views? I'm telling you, I will never be able to figure out social media. I just post and just hope something sticks. I just have to tell you. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because sometimes I feel like we put so much effort and energy into like the perfect video on social media, and you never know what's gonna stick. I mean, I didn't think pulling tape, and I didn't even do it ASMR style. Like, you just watched me pull the tape. Like, that was literally it. So you just never know what's gonna be the thing to just like blow up on your social media. That is one thing you'll never see me do, is probably teach like a social media class, other than teaching you how to edit a video, because I haven't figured it out. If I do, I'll let you guys know, but I have no clue. I have noticed for me, though, being on the East Coast, that posting first thing in the morning or really late at night is when my posts get better views. If I post in the middle of the day, everything kind of just falls flat. And that weekends are really good for stories, because people have more time to spend on social media. We gotta go super slow with this one. So I don't want too many bubbles, because if I have too many bubbles, it'll be hard to pop them. For this pour right here, because I'm going to have to mix another batch, we're going to do these two, because these two are going to need the least amount of epoxy. And then the next one, we'll do one or the other. Hi, Kathy. Doing good. We're just mixing some epoxy right now to pour in these coasters here. Right? Isn't the leopard print so cute? So we epoxied a cup. We added some UV DTF to a cup, an old cup. We made some keychains and a car coaster, and now I'm finishing off with these larger coasters. Okay, I think I'm pretty mixed here. All right, we pour some in here, like half. Let that spread. Pour the other half in here. Ooh, that bottom did not mix a lot. Enough. So we're just gonna spread this in here a little bit. Excuse me. And then we'll hit it with heat. And then we can mix another batch of epoxy for the next one. Come on. You can do it. Also, for everybody watching today, I will be live again on Sunday. With me being sick, unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to finish YouTube this week. So, to compensate for not having a video, I'll be live. So the same time I would normally have a video is when I will be live. We probably will, maybe I'll glitter a cup since we didn't get to glitter one tonight. And then these should be done by then. So we'll demold these. I guess that one is going to need another coat. That's fine. All right. All right, so we'll start with this. Well, I always end up having to hit it with my other torch. Because this really only gets like the top bubbles. Excuse me. A little bit of that. You gotta let that go. You're so paranoid about doing it? I've been doing it for so long that I'm over that. My kids come out here all of the time. Not usually when I'm epoxying, but... very carefully. And very quick. Because we don't want to ruin our molds. Alright, we have to do another pour. And this one's only going to be able to fill one. Because we'll need all of it. Let's do the purple one. Even with you having your other space now, Jocelyn? Listen, I made all the mistakes when I first started. I was doing it in my dining room when I first started 5 years ago. It was before I knew really anything, literally. I got my YouTube University degree, and that was it. So I've definitely learned a lot as I've grown as a creator, but... ooh, this one's going to be a little bit tough. Might have to put it in front of my space heater over here. Alright, hold on. I gotta stir this a little bit in front of my space heater, otherwise it's going to be super cloudy, which we don't want. Okay, well, there's a little bit, but he's going to need some extra stirring. I think I'm going to pour in this one, just because that one needs a lot more, so it can use probably this full 30. What do you guys think? Should I do a plaid on Sunday? I'm thinking maybe a plaid and some of these decals would look super cute. Ooh, a little neutral plaid would look adorable. Maybe I'll do that in some of the holiday cookies. Like the neutral ones. I have to respond to her. Just saw an email come up that I needed to respond to. I can't forget to do that. I gotta be up early tomorrow. I'm trying to think where I can go get a long sleeve white shirt. I probably could get one at Walmart. That or Michael's. Okay, we're almost mixed. We're getting there. Longest part of working with epoxy is stirring. I spend more time stirring than anything. I'm gonna try and get to Sam's Club tomorrow. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go to the gym. Tomorrow I feel like it's gonna be a long day. But I've been resting the last 2 days and I'm like, I've got to try and go back to some sort of normalcy. Otherwise I'll never get better. So close. I prefer these. These are actually coffee stir sticks, metal coffee stir sticks from Amazon. I do prefer these. Craft sticks, like, you know, wood craft sticks, I feel like introduce a lot of bubbles. I've also tried like the silicone sticks. I don't particularly like them because I feel like they're very hard to clean. Like they don't wipe clean as easily as these do, I feel like. But these are the ones that I definitely prefer. We're gonna spray this. Also, there's a bubble there. Pop that. A bit of bubbles here, which is to be expected. All right, let's add a little bit of what you call it to the top. Get some of those bubbles to rise. Let that dissipate, and then I can hit it with my other torch. Whoa! Bump that. Ah. I'll come back in a little bit and also torch it again. And that's the other reason I like to do this like artistry resin, because I can come back in like 20-30 minutes and epoxy again, or not epoxy again, I'm sorry. I can come back and torch again and pop any of those bubbles that have risen. Past that, you don't get that much working time. They're in the oven? Oh my gosh. They're gonna be done tonight? Can you overnight me one? Asking for a friend? Your friend? Alright, we're gonna do one more. Then this will be it. At that point, my throat will have given out. Ooh, we got a lot of bubbles in this. Be nice to have these done. I think that's what I might end up doing, is just doing coasters for my coworkers. I know it's like boring, but I don't know what else I would do, honestly. Only made 3. Are they like super thick? I'll tell you if I failed so you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, good. That works for me. Baker. I'm a cook, not a baker. Oh my gosh, this is... Alright, I'm going to put this in front of my space heater. Hold on. Give it a couple stirs with it in front of here. Nice and warm. Also, Ebony, I promise I'm almost done with Quicksilver. I'll be done with it for sure tomorrow. I also really forgot, like, how much happens in that book. Can I just tell you? I swear, as I'm listening to it again, it's almost like I didn't read it or listen to it the first time, I swear. Come on. Alright, it's a little bit better. Right? Okay, so I'm glad it wasn't just me. It just goes to show that, like, I just feel like I seriously missed so much the first time I listened. It's like I remember some of, like, the big parts, but, like, some of those little details I definitely did not catch the first time. And even though I'm listening it at 2.0 speed, like, I'm not, like, missing those things. It's just so crazy that, like, even though I'm listening to it that fast, I'm catching more this time. It's nuts. I'm very excited to start Brimstone. I also was reminded how much I love Carrion Swift. He'll always be one of my favorite characters. This has a lot of bubbles in it. I'm a little nervous to pour this. Yes, oh, for sure. 5 stars all the way. Alright, I'm gonna put this in front of the heat again. Got a lot more micro bubbles in this because it's cold. Okay. It's still a bit. They're called metal coffee stir sticks. They're definitely in my Amazon storefront under epoxy supplies. Oh, let me spray this. Ooh, this has a lot of bubbles. I'm worried this isn't going to clear up as much as I want it to. And this is why we heat up our epoxy. Because when you don't, this is what happens. Let me do a little list. Alright, I'm going to spray this again. Let that do its thing. Then we'll barbecue torch it, and then we'll big torch it, and hopefully it clears up like these two have. This one's going to need another torch too. And then that'll be it. That will be it. That's going to need a big torch. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to get a whole lot of bubbles. I was sweating dead. That looks much better. That means one more torch there. Let's get some of these bubbles to rise so that clears up. Okay, I'll have to come back and torch this more. But that is it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget, the new sheets are up and they're adorable. We have 5 new sheets, gingerbread themed. Last holiday sheets of the year. And I will be live here again on YouTube on Sunday at 2:30. So Sunday at 2:30, come hang out. We'll what do you call it? Demold these, and then we'll glitter a cup. And probably work with a little bit more of these UV DTFs. So I hope you'll come join me. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Do all the things you need to do to take care of yourself. Go out and do a little extra fun for yourself, or buy yourself a present. I'm giving you permission. And I'll see you guys back here on Sunday. I'll see you guys later. Bye.